Hello, this is Justin, and this is my recording of the Reddit Twilight Struggle League. This is a match between myself and EWL. So I'm playing the Soviets here. And let's see, we drew Nasser, Middle East scoring, NATO. Let's take a look here. NATO, Arab-Israeli war. Vietnam revolts looks like a promising headline. We have CNS. Special relationship might go to space. I'll be tempted to open with the Cambridge 5, except, well, we don't know. With Middle East scoring, it's pretty unlikely, not certain, but pretty unlikely that he would have a scoring card. So we're going to open 441. So we have a low ops hand, but it has some promising elements to it. We're going to hope they don't have Europe. Oh no, it looks like he's got a Marshall Plan set up. Although, yeah, that's, wow, okay. So with a Marshall Plan set up, the benefit of that is that he would probably, we're going to get a effective free headline. So I think the plan is going to be headline Vietnam revolts. Oh, and he scores Asia. Interesting. So this is... Oh, wow, that was lucky. That was a very lucky opening for us. Look at that. Okay, so... knowing that we've got Mideast, I think the plan is going to be to coup Iran here. Let's hope for a good coup. No. So that was not a good start. So now let's see what he does. Now, knowing that Asia's been scored also means, you know, he may be less likely to spread into Afghanistan, Pakistan. But it looks like he's using his big ops card to shore up, yeah, just sort of spreading every place. Right. Not too surprised about that, so we could go with another coup in Iran, but that would give him free reign here into Thailand. Right now we don't have any presence in the Middle East, and that's something we should try to correct. So I like the plan of 1 point in the Middle East for presence, and maybe... well, let's see where we go here. Okay, so what could we do? We could coup Iran again, but we don't have great ops to do that, and that just gives him Thailand. We could play into Southeast Asia, run the risk of him coupping Thailand, but that would help maximize our Vietnam revolt's points, so doing something like that. We don't really have any way to attack his presence in Europe, so I think we're just going to let him dominate in Europe. but Middle East is going to be the area worth fighting for. So the other possibility is we do something like, we definitely need at least presence in the Mideast, and so maybe something like that. I don't mind that. Let's try that. We do want to get CNS off quickly. Following up with Special Relationship would be great. Oh, he had 2 scoring cards. Look at that. Look at that. So that evens things up significantly. I probably should have recognized that from the way he played into his opening, but at the same time, it's not clear that there's anything I could really do about that. So I think we go first to space. Missing that first coup is rough, but I think it's pretty unlikely he's holding all 3 scoring cards. So let's see what happens here. Alright, he goes Suez to space, and he fails, which means that we can space again with Special Relationship. Okay, so we're leading the space race. That's pretty good. We only have 2 more rounds to try to play Mideast scoring, so earlier on I might have suggested he has Mideast scoring. Obviously we've got it in our hand, so Nasser's going to be a prominent target, so alright, we can play it now, give up 1. And then, well, let us play into Arab-Israeli war into Southeast Asia for the final action round. I think alternative is give them a coup target with Egypt, but I think I feel okay about that. And I may think about taking Thailand here in AR6. Only because if they coup, then we can coup back at the start of round 2. I think that's going to be the play. Alright, we get some points for Romania. Having not seen decal or D-style, that's going to be interesting. I don't necessarily want to give him a coup target, that's the other part of this. So if I go like... for instance, I could play 3 into Thailand, or into Iraq. Alright, so all the regions have been scored. The alternative is to play 2 into South Korea. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Thailand is just inviting a coup. I want him to essentially waste an action round cooing to get mill-ups. So let's see how this plays out. That's also the same reason I didn't play Nasser. Okay, so he coups with Indy Reds. Coups me out of Vietnam. That's the worst result. At least we grab some points from Mill-Ops. And what else do we get? Fidel, we get defectors. We get US Japan, Warsaw Pact, NORAD, Truman, and de Gaulle. Okay, so since we have... So we know we could take France. Even if he... even if we're under purge. And I think that's going to be the play. Right, so take France with de Gaulle. Fill it up with US Japan. The only downside, of course, is that it's a DEFCON 5. Now that I think about it, yikes. We've got nowhere to lower DEFCON, so we may be better off holding de Gaulle, since Europe's already been scored. We could simply coup Italy, but I like coupping in the Middle East. It's a little more efficient. So, if we don't have that, what do we play for our headline? What are his likely headlines? Red Scare Purge, 5-year plan, containment. Those are his most likely headlines. Not a whole lot I can do. I might even want to let de Gaulle come back in the reshuffle and use these ops more efficiently in the Middle East. I think the plan is just going to be to coup in Iran. Okay, okay, I'm gonna headline de Gaulle. He goes with blockade. I think what I'm gonna try to do is attack both France and Italy, hoping to get one. Now, this might be a huge mistake. At least we're going to get D-Stall in the reshuffle. Alright, we really need 4, 5, or 6 here. We do not get it. That's the second bad coup. So now we can take France or Italy. And I don't think he can protect both. So let's hope. Let's hope we're not going to see nuclear test ban. We're holding Truman, so it's likely that we'll be able to take one. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Alright, so that's exactly what we didn't want to see. That last point let him protect Italy, so now we're going to have to try something different. I think the play is going to be finish taking South Korea. I don't think I can afford to fight him. Well, let's see. Let's see about this. Again, since we're holding Truman, we'll have that. How far can we go here? We don't have many more ops that we can spend, so I don't think that's the play. I think the play is going to be start thinking ahead to... I think this is going to be the play. I'm going to try for a third coup. Oh, another terrible roll. Alright, well, if he doesn't coup us someplace, If he doesn't coup us back... We've given up Southeast Asia, because we haven't yet seen Decall. Let's go. Come on, one good roll. Another bad roll. Alright. Well, instead of complaining about bad rolls, we now need to worry about using all of our influence to take South Korea. Oh, good, he's giving us a coup. Oh, God, he was great. My goodness. Okay, we need to give him the points for defectors and grab South Korea while we still can. But yeah, if I keep rolling 1s and 2s and he keeps rolling 6s, this is not going to be a very good game. We are going to try to get Nasser in here. Okay, so we goes to space with Decall. I will say we've been rolling well when it comes to space rolls, including that one. Place like this. Still haven't seen. Okay, so I could go with that. I think that's going to be the play. Grab another country in the Middle East. And I think we're going to play Fidel into Afghanistan. Okay, so Socialist Government Event and Repair. I may be able to fight on country count in Europe, especially if he were to trigger Warsaw Pact. Right, so since we have no mid-war scoring regions, and since we haven't seen CIA, I think I'm going to keep going this way, and I can't decide. I want access to Pakistan, even though we haven't seen IP war. I'm just not sure if I want to overprotect. He's probably holding one of his larger cards, so maybe the play is, and overprotect. I want access to Pakistan. Can't protect both. Now, this is a more conservative play, obviously. But overprotecting both, it doesn't feel great, but I think that's what I need to do. Alternatively, we go on the attack and we put a point in Italy. And I wonder if he's holding Marshall Plan and not sure whether to... Let's see if we can do it this way. Right, so that forces him to, if he plays Marshall Plan, he still isn't overprotected. I don't mind that. Let's try that. Being more aggressive in Europe's not ideal. But let's see what he does. It's more of a way to make sure he's spending ops in Europe instead of breaking us in North and South Korea. That's really the motivation there. He could also be grabbing Lebanon, filling up Iraq, so forth and so on. So, okay, so we see duck and cover. Alright. Now let's see what happens. We get Marshall Plan. We get Olympic Games. And containment. We get IP war. And it looks like we're about to get purged, because we get decall, Middle East scoring, and NATO again. Okay, so we know they're holding Red Scare Purge, Formosa, and EEU. So I'm expecting to get purged here. But, we could headline decall, and then coup with NATO, and then follow up with Marshall Plan. So we have decent ops. And I think that's how we're going to do this. Yeah. So we'll go like this, this. Now let's go like this, 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 like that. Looks good. And now we need to coup. I think the coup on Iran, third tries the charm. Alright, better. I'm guessing they're going to use influence to fill up Southeast Asia. Maybe they think we've got Asian scoring. We'll see how this plays out. But we also have IP war, so we know we can play into Pakistan. We'll play containment AR6. Might use Marshall Plan to, let's see, he's got one. We could try and grab. Okay, yeah, so we could try to grab something like this. That gives us Dom in both regions. I'm guessing if I were him, I'd try to fill up Iraq. The alternative would be to play one into Iraq. So what if I went with 1, 2, 3? I don't feel great not putting anything in Pakistan. So a third option could be, I'll go back to this. I think that's the play. We give them the Marshall Plan, but they're already dominating Europe anyway. We could try to take more of Southeast Asia. We could overprotect in Angola. We know they've got UN intervention in Formosa, but we don't know yet the location of CIA defectors. Our big card is D-Style. We don't know where that is. The other thing I'm thinking is I've got a 2/3 chance if I space containment of getting to headline beacon, which is, I mean, that's a really important place to be, and to get there that early would be wonderful. It would be giving up 2 ops. Alright, so here comes Formosa. Alright, so we can play Mideast for Dom, which is nice. They're going to beat us to Algeria. so it's probably worth using this to grab what? Maybe Burma? Alright, here comes UN. Destall again? No, socialist governments. Okay, taking Mexico. Sensible. I'm guessing he doesn't have Asia, because if he did, he would have played it. So the question is, how do we want to do this? I mean, do I erase him in country count? I don't love this play. I think, I don't think he has it. So, take Zaire? Sure. Arab Israeli war goes to space. Okay, so now that he's one step behind, I'm gonna space. Oh, it didn't work. Darn it. Darn it. Space rolls have failed me. Just when I needed them most. But it looks like... Okay, so now the question is, do I take a gamble and play IP war trying to get some points? Or do I try to make more progress in Southeast Asia? I think we're going to get Vietnam no matter what. Okay. Might as well just take the points if I can get them. Alright, we do. Still holding Truman. Let's see what he does in his last action round. So what we'd love to see here would be some kind of Africa card, like Portuguese Empire crumbles, to be able to grab a non-battleground and just score Africa for quick domination. We'll see what that happens. We'll see if that happens. Oh, he's playing into Colombia. Okay. So the scoreboard looks good, but the Americas are a disaster. But we've got some possibilities. Okay, so we got South America. And we know they can't bear trap us. We've got Shea, not a bad headline. Missile Envy, even more promising. ABM. Nuclear Subs, probably an AR-7 play. Summit, and Suez. Okay. Alright, so the easy play here is play ABM, coup Colombia, or play Shea, coup both of these, then ABM, coup Colombia, play into Venezuela. Because we haven't seen We Will Bury You, I can't headline Missile Envy. So I think what we need to do is headline Shea. I think that's the headline. He plays Colonial Rearguards. So we're going to coup Colombia and Saharan states. Okay. So now we're going to coup. We're going to take a good coup on... Yikes. Where do we go from here? So we get back Zaire. The idea is hopefully he won't get us out of Colombia, because that's a lot of influence there. And we can stick some points there. And honestly, I might be tempted to try the China card here. Bear Trap's going to go to space. But being able to get in a quick South American domination would be pretty great. So he's got to decide, does he want to play influence here into Angola and Nigeria and grab the battlegrounds in Africa, or does he want to try to coup Colombia? Now let's see what he does. If it were me, I'd probably take the safer play. He doesn't know we're holding South American scoring. Okay, that's what he's going to do. That makes sense. That's probably what I would have done. Okay. So, I think we place influence like this. If we go here, we threaten the realignment. So he may be less likely to coup. I think that's the play. We are going to have to overprotect Zaire, but let's see how this goes. But we're running out of ops. What we'd really like to see is like a We Will Bury You space. That would be great. And also, the deck is really packed with blue cards. Most of his powerful cards. We don't want to see, what we do not want to see here is Voice of America, OAS, Puppet Governments. All of his great cards are yet to be seen. So, even though the scoreboard looks okay right now, we know there's a lot of difficulties coming up. Also, points for Southeast Asia. We're going to have to play into... Oh, speaking of which. Alright, so Puppet Governments is right there. Okay, well, luckily for us, he's going to be one round too late with Puppet Governments. That was very lucky. So we really lucked out. We denied him presence. We got domination. Now let's see where things shape up. I think an ABM coup in Panama... Or might as well go for Mexico, I guess. Camp David. Okay. So... I mean, I'm kind of tempted. I mean, on one hand, this is already scored. So I think we could coup Egypt. We could proceed with the realign here in Nigeria. But I think just cooing Panama is going to be our play here. Good enough. Yeah, I don't want to play into Egypt because we haven't seen Sadat. We were just really lucky that he used his puppet governments to move into a region that we were just about to score. That was preposterously lucky. I think we're going to hold nuclear subs and look to space that next round. If we fail, I mean, the safer bet would be, here goes Willie Brandt. Okay, so the safe bet would be to space nuclear subs. And hold Bear Trap, so we know that if we make it to space, we could space Bear Trap next round. But I think what we do next is place back into Cameroon. Let's see if he is going to coup again. We're not really worried about Austria. But where he's already got his mill ops, I mean, there's part of me that just says, let's let him take one coup, probably an African coup. Okay, here comes Warsaw Pact. I would have liked to see that later in the turn. But, let's see what he does with it. I'm guessing maybe overplay Zaire, play 3 onto Zaire. But we're not sure. You know, I was talking about holding on to Bear Trap or nuclear subs. I think actually Missile Envy. It's a bit greedy, but okay. Yep. So I think knowing that we're going to give him that, we get to headline peaking with Bear Trap. Here comes Sadat. Oh, good, we didn't play into Egypt there. Okay, so I think we take the realign. Realign at +1 in Nigeria. Okay. So this is going to amount to a trade, I'm guessing. Because we give him nuclear subs, but we gained Nigeria. Now we're probably going to see a coup in Zaire. See what Africa looks like. This 16-point score is not going to look this pretty once we see Europe scoring roll around. Oh, we see another coup, Cuban Missile Crisis, or the coup when he takes Zaire. Okay. Alright, so right now we get headline peaking. What did we get? We got grain sales. Nixon plays the China card. We got Europe. Kitchen debates, which is active. Latin American death squads, Central American scoring, and how I learned, and Muslim Revolution. Okay. So we have decent ops. The good thing about being at this part of the space race with headline peaking is that we'll find out if he's playing a DEFCON lowering card. He's going to play VOA, which is not great. But it does mean we can play Missile Envy. So he's going to remove first. Probably going to focus on Africa, although maybe we'll see Asia. It would be really devastating. Pakistan and Iran. That would be terrible. So let's hope we don't see that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see these African countries go. Something like that. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we'll still be able to score Central America, at least for nothing. It would be great to be able to coup him out of Mexico, and then drop Central America in AR1. Let's see if that happens. We also find out a bit about his hand. Right, let's see if we see a 4-point card. Something like Nuclear Test Ban, or We Will Bury You. There are no US 4-point cards. Without something like socialist governments, I'm probably going to have to give him Europe, but there's a teeny chance that, you know, we can grab this spot here in space and maybe pick up a point in Central America, and maybe we don't have to even play out the rest of the round. So let's see how that turns out.
That goal will be achieved.
That's very much best case scenario. There's still 28 cards in the deck, so not sure when we're going to see Asia. Not sure when we're going to see Africa. Okay, so he's just taking away all of our points. Oh no. Flower power. That's the worst. That is definitely the worst. Okay. So, decision time. Do we coup Mexico? Or do we just play for a draw in Central America and try to get back some presence in Africa? We've got no way to get into Africa. The more I think about it, this is our only shot at space. Okay, so one option. Coup Mexico. And then try to drop Central America for points. On the other hand, right now Africa is 5. He's not going to be able to make that much better. I'm going to go for this. But I've got to try to take it. That's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. We're going to go this way. Alright. We're going to just play 2. We get it. We'll drop Central America for nothing. Yep. Okay, so he's got 4. So here's another possibility. We go. Oh man, we're not gonna be able to hold grain sales. Yikes! So we need Brezhnev. That's interesting. Okay, so we're expecting him to get. 5 points out of that. That doesn't help. So we are going to have to play Nixon, which means, maybe we are going to have to play Kitchen Debates. Maybe we have to play all these cards. Alright, so that temporarily gets it. Then we could get into a coup war in Cameroon. That's probably what would happen, and I'm okay with that. Let's see what happens there. I also haven't seen Lone Gunman, so it would be great if it was in his hand. Although now there's still 28 cards in the deck. Yeah, we're threatening to take... I mean, we actually could take Algeria if he coups us here in Cameroon, or Zimbabwe. So a coup from him means I think we can still fight him. So let's assault. It's also nice to make him assault. And I am fine with fighting this coup war. Let's just keep going. I mean, when we're up like this, even though we're going to give up 5 points to Europe, I'm fine with just continuing to fight the coup battle. Oh, well, there it is. My goodness. Well, nothing we can do about that. Let's see what would happen if we go. That's the other way to do it. He'll grab that first. We can continue this probably for most of the turn until we have to play our scoring cards. Oh, and it's nice that we can, at least for now, probably grab Nigeria and see what happens. There's Allende. Let's see if he takes that. Give up. Let's see if we can take... That's the right play. But now we backed ourselves into a corner because we need to play both Central America and Europe. And so that's going to be challenging. Although I will say we have several cards that will help us. So if he were to give us Liberation Theology, that would be a good play. I think we do Europe first, since there's virtually no hope of that. We also need to keep an eye on the time. Oh, there it is, Liberation Theology. Now this is going to be he's going to be kicking himself. I really do think that it's going to more than offset the points that he gets from Africa. I really think he's going to be kicking himself when he thinks about that. So he gets Africa. And he's going to get Europe. And so all these cards are gone. Only one we got to worry about now is Asia. Asia and Southeast Asia. And... right, so the card that we definitely do not want to see is CIA. Where do I want to go here? Maybe... Well, we didn't get CIA, that's nice. 2, we get Ask Not, OAS, Shuttle, JP2. we get Brezhnev, so that lets us get rid of Cultural Revolution. That lets us get rid of grain sales. I'm almost certain that's going to be the headline, depending on what he goes for. But we need to blitz into India. Let's see, have we seen... Okay, IP War is in the deck. So, right, blitz into India, try to get some more points to make... Oh, goodness. No. That's not good. Oh, man. This could be painful. This could be really painful. We have some ops, but not great ops. Probably going to give him Ask Not on AR 7. Expecting, given his headline, that he probably has okay, now the good news is we can fix this. The bad news is it means giving up the coup. Also means giving up our best access to India, but I think there's no way around this. Okay. Didn't see I ended. Okay, so we have one card in the discard pile that I have not tracked. Let's see what that might be. Oh, brush rules are really unpleasant. Yeah, okay, so they take India. Alright, they're breaking us again, my goodness. Well, luckily we've got the extra ops. So how do we want to play this? Maybe... that, and... Well, let's think about this. We have 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4? Well, right now Vietnam's a point. And is Vietnam Revolts in the discard pile? Okay, it's not. We don't know where it is. Sure, we'll go like this. Here goes Cultural Revolution. We're gonna need to space grain sales. Unfortunately, we're probably gonna end up playing Shuttle, which is not great. Jump L2. I mean, I don't like having that card, but we can't space it. Nothing we can do about it. We're gonna look to play Kitchen Debates as soon as we can. I'm fine with letting him. I'm surprised he didn't use the China card to flip Pakistan. That's what kind of I was afraid he was going to do. All right, here comes the coup. All right. So, let's think about this. Alright, so we go there, we even things up in South America, and we're going to play one there. And my thinking is, I'm going to need to play Shuttle. I'm going to try to wait for him to score Asia, because that's... losing 3 there would be brutal. Right now Asia's nothing, so let's hope he just scores Asia. Also, we need to coup something. Oh, he plays arms race for the event. No, that plays right into his hand, doesn't it? Okay, maybe... Okay, I'm just going to space this. Let's see what happens. Get some victory points for grain sales. Excellent. We're one spot away from being able to discard cards, so that's nice. I think the next play is Kitchen Debates into Vietnam. That's the next play. And I think Ask Not is going to be an AR7 coup. Oh gosh, he went one small step as well. My goodness. Where is he now? Alright, so no more headline peeking. Well, that's a bummer. Oh, that's right, my extra points. Let's go with 1. And I guess 2. Kitchen Debates for no points. Right now we're just thinking about Asia and Southeast Asia. Although I am going to have to give some thought to OAS. Maybe some realigns or something? I don't know. It's going to be dicey. I think it's really going to come down to... okay, Portuguese Empire. Okay. Alright. So, well, no, I'm going to wait another round on this, hoping he plays Asia. Although, the way he's playing, I don't think he's going to. But I gotta play OAS. Okay. He's playing 2 into Panama, and I just repaired that with 2. We could have realigned, but no need. I'm hoping to see Asia right here. Hoping, hoping, hoping. Ah, D-Style goes to space. He fails. Alright. So, I think I'm pretty sure he's got Lone Gunman. And I kind of like the idea, as much as I hate... As much as I hate it. I mean, it means giving him Asian domination. That gives him 5. So is there anything we can do about that? Well, no, there really isn't. But at least I can make OPEC more expensive. So even though I'm not thrilled about it, I think I'm going to play it like that. There goes Shuttle. Next round we can space Ask Not. Because I don't like the idea of just letting him get rid of Lone Gunman. For mid-war scoring purposes, things we have to watch out for. Solidarity, Eastern European unrest, but also keeping... Okay, so that's going to be his lines of progress for ops instead of points. And we didn't get our coup in. We said we would, but we didn't. Okay, we get Quagmire. That might be our headline. Panama Canal. Junta. We get OPEC. We get Lone Gunman. Oh, that's interesting. He didn't have it. Independent Reds. We get Asia. And then we get Kitchen Debates. Okay, so we know he's got CIA, Brush War, We Will Bury You, Southeast Asia, Duck and Cover. Fidel, special relationship, and our man in Tehran. Okay, so one thing we could do is play Lone Gunman. But I like the idea of headlining Quagmire. He'll have some targets. Alright, he plays Duck and Cover. That's 3 points for him, and then Quagmire. Alright, so here's the idea. We give him independent reds, then flip Thailand, then let him get out of the Quagmire, then flip Thailand. That helps both Asia and Southeast Asia. That's the plan. He's going to get 3 points in Romania, but he's already dominating Europe, so no worries there. Alright, so he gets out by getting rid of Fidel. We take Thailand. And that helps with Southeast Asia, which we know he has. Man, I really had the feeling that he had Lone Gunman. Well, now we know we can play Ask Not towards the end of the round. Because it looks like the only troubling card he's got is We Will Bury You. And Southeast Asia's a wash. He may discard it, he might not. Now, he might try to brush us here in Thailand. Odds are not in his favor. But what are his other targets? Probably Angola, but he could just realign us out of that anyway. I think that's what he's debating right now, is do brush war. Okay, so he went influence. He's just going to break us there. That's fine. Happy to get rid of kitchen debates now for a second time. Wow. Okay, so he's playing Brush War. Oh, we get points for Flower Power, and where does he go? Oh! Oh god, that's brutal. Brutal! Let's see, if we went here, that would not change anything. I gotta give him 5. I gotta give it to him. Don't want to do it, but I got him. So he gets Asia for 5. And he gets Mill-Ops for that. So now we have to think about how else we're going to get military operations. It's a game that feels like it's slipping away. Oh, we at least get Shay. Okay. Where do we want to go? Botswana? Botswana. And Cameroon? Well, that was nice. suggests... Alright, so we could go Junta play the event. And then realign in Brazil.
Both peace and freedom. Here in this
And realign in Argentina. Wow. Okay, that was great. Guess I can't complain too much about bad die rolls when I'm doing that. Although this does make Panama Canal returns a bit of a problem. Okay, special relationship. Retakes that. I guess the question is, since there's virtually no chance that he'll see Lone Gunman again, we've got CIA, we will bury you in Southeast Asia. The other thing is, I could just send this to space. Or I want to get the 2-ops. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is take the easy 3-ops for OPEC. Southeast Asia, which is nothing. And he'll get rid of probably we will bury you. Yeah, let's have him resolve that first. Ryu goes, and we place into Middle East and Brazil, I think. Okay, so it's really looking close. Man, he has this again. Okay. Alright, so we could use the Reformer. We've got 5-year plan, Lone Gunman, How I Learned, Bear Trap again, Cambridge 5, which I can't use for the event, Star Wars, which is temporarily inactive, Nuclear Test Ban, 5-year plan, and the Reformer. Okay, I like Reformer. We kind of gum up the works here in Europe. I think actually I could take Italy if I played Reformer. So we like that. We can take over an unscored region. And he plays CIA, so he's probably going to prevent us from doing that. But it means... So let's see where he puts his 1-op. If I were him, I'd put it in Italy, but you don't know what he'll do. I think a coup on Zaire is also a good possibility. Or maybe a coup on Panama. Yeah, Panama's looking good too. Because we can realign here in Zaire. So I can't really do much else, so we'll just make it expensive for him to fix Europe, and we will, I'm gonna coup Panama. That's nice. Test ban, coup on Panama. Probably gonna hold 5-year plan. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means we have to play all the other cards. Not great ops. But we can safely get rid of Star Wars. It's one of those games, though, where any card, you know, a whole bunch of US late war cards that would make things very difficult. So let's see how it goes. Glasnost is good for us because we played the Reformer. I think the next play is going to be to the point. Okay, so we got some Middle East fighting going on. I've got 3 battlegrounds to his 3, so that's going to be a wash. Alright, so I think realigns now. Realign Zaire. And realign Nigeria. Safely get rid of Star Wars. We're going to need to overprotect Panama and Venezuela. I may just play Lone Gunman because we need to play it. But Space Bear Trap. We see the Middle East. Middle East is nothing. We failed. Gonna go to Bear Trap. Oh, venting. Yikes. Guess I've got to give him a 5-year plan. Ha! Okay. So, I think just this. That looks good. So, let's see what, missing a card in my tracking, and I'm not sure which one it is. Okay, an Evil Empire. Surprised about that. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but Let's see what we can do. I can just coup him back in Cameroon, set up some realigns. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Now that I know I have to play all of these, I might as well. Play Lone Gunman for the event. We know he's got War Games, VOA, Libtheo. War Games, VOA, Liberation Theology, and IP War. Okay. Well, VOA is going to be really cumbersome. This is the second time he's drawn that card, so... we're expecting he's going to hang on to War Games. No, he's not. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Let's see here. I could... okay, and then place influence like this to go back into Uruguay. That means he's probably going to use VOA in this action round to yeah, my guess is he's going to use Voice of America to maybe remove points in Brazil? I'm not sure how he's going to do it. Maybe Zaire? But I did want to keep my largest card available for Voice of America Repair. Okay, so now he's going to play IP War. Oh, we get points for Flower Power. Alright, fails in that, so that's a net 2-point gain. Not sure I would have made that play. So now we overprotect. Let's see, he's got the China card, so that's 2 good areas to overprotect, or maybe, now that I think about it, yeah, maybe 1 there, and 1, I mean, Asia's already scored. So maybe overprotecting Panama and Mexico. There we go. I mean, it's kind of a crapshoot where he's going to go with VOA. It would be nice to see Salt. Salt was not used for the event, so it should be available. So if we draw Salt, that is good news. Here comes VOA. And we get kicked out of Zaire, Brazil, and mostly kicked out of Venezuela. Okay, so he's holding that. We have North Sea oil. Decall. We get Chernobyl. Nice. Ortega. Iran-Contra. Tear down this wall. Cal 007. Olympics and Arab-Human War. Alright, so where do we go with this? Decall to try to shore up Africa. We can space Cal. We can hold to tear down this wall. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I think we can do that. 7 action round, yeah. So it looks like possible headlines are Iran-Contra or decolonization. And since Africa's not scored, I think we headline decall. And he gets grain sales, so this could be tricky. Alright, he gets Ortega. Yeah, I think this just loses us the game. Because no China card. And the coup. So this is going to be interesting. Probably should have, yeah, I think this is going to lose us the game. What? No way to raise DEFCON, so let's play it out. Let's see what happens. I think I need to go. I really should have played tear down this wall. Yep, should have played that in the headline. Totally should have seen that. Now there is a chance that he plays glass nose, but even then he'll probably coup with it. Yeah, this is the end. Very disappointing. Totally preventable.
Today I say, as long as this game is closed, as long as this star of war stands, it is not the German question alone that remains.
Okay. Oh, that last grain sale, that was the end. We're just sort of going through the motions. Oh, this is so hard. It's my own mistake. It's totally preventable. I wouldn't have even lost that much if I headlined Teardown. I mean, it really wouldn't have. That's... Okay, space this. Well, great. If I didn't get grain sailed, I could have held this card, but we're just gonna have to see what happens. Let's see what he does. He may just decide to realign me, that's the hope. But I think he's too good a player to do that. Yep.